Eat the frog. It was actually Mark Twain who wisely once said, if your job is to eat a frog, do it first thing in the morning. And if your job is to eat 2 frogs, then it's best to eat the biggest one first. In other words, identify the most important and biggest task on your to-do list and do it first. Mark Twain, I think, was spot on. When we have a giant task looming over our minds, it's often the thing we want to procrastinate the most because we feel uncomfortable. Our bodies and brains make us feel nervous, or we're fearful, or we're anxious about it. And so our body and brain wants to add distance to that feeling, and that huge task ends up becoming tomorrow's deal. And then tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow, and then we'll do it tomorrow. And all of a sudden 3 months have passed and you haven't done the thing that you needed to do. The biggest thing on your to-do item is your frog. You have to suck it up, and you have to eat it first thing in the morning. Now, some of the most successful leaders and entrepreneurs in the world follow this productivity method. In fact, there's even an entire book on it. How much precious time and energy have you spent worrying or putting off the biggest, ugliest, and most often most important task? Procrastination is a productivity suck. So until you eat the frog of your day, it will cloud your performance and your judgment throughout the rest of the day. So here's your tip and your homework if you think you want to try eating the frog. Every morning when you start, I want you to open your inboxes and I want you to take a look of all the things your clients have sent to you. And then I want you to write those down in a list. I also want you to add personal things that you hope to get done today. That could be going to the gym or actually eating lunch, not at your desk, thank you very much. But I want you to write down a list of things that you hope to achieve in the day. What I want you to do is take your frog, take your biggest, ugliest, meanest task that you don't want to do after you've circled it. And what we're going to do is we're going to break them down into smaller, more palatable, bite-sized tasks. And I want you to do this first thing in the morning. So this section comes with a little worksheet. It's going to help you list things out. It's going to help you circle to identify your frog. And then what I want you to do, and then it's going to walk you through how to break that into more actionable tasks. And I'll give you an example of how this might look. Let's pretend a client emailed me with a huge travel request, and I have 20 other things to do throughout my day. I've decided that this travel is the most time-sucking and time-sensitive task. It is my frog for the day. So what I'm going to do is first thing in the morning, I'm going to make out a list and I'm going to circle my frog. After that, I'm going to break travel down into more palatable bites. So I can assess the situation and say, what do I need to do first? I probably need to look up flights. Then after I've got my flight details, I'll need to look up car services because theoretically I'll know when my client is going to get into a certain city. Then I need to find hotel details. Now, already this task seems so much more manageable. It's 3 things, right? It's flights, it's car services, and it's a hotel. Once I have identified those smaller, bite-sized tasks, I'm going to start doing them. And I think you'll find that the frog actually wasn't so big or nasty after all. If this feels like a natural or interesting thing for you to try, then I want you to adopt the Eat the Frog method for the rest of the week and give it a try. Circle your frog every morning. Break it down into small pieces, and at the end of the week, assess, did this help me get my work done? Did this help me get through the things that I didn't want to do at the time? If it helped, that's great. And if you're not an Eat the Frog person, let's move on to the very next lecture.